If a client tells you, we'll see how this first project goes, they're not just being careful. They are saying, you are on probation. I do not trust you yet.
Okay, so I want you to picture this. You don't have to close your eyes, especially if you're driving.
Big good point.
But just imagine, you are 10 years old. You're in a big, bright American grocery store, standing in front of the freezer aisle, and you see it. The triple fudge, cookie dough, just dream ice cream.
Oh, I know this moment. It's like the box is glowing. It has a halo.
It's calling to you. So you look up at your mom, you give her the big pleading eyes, the whole routine, and you ask, Mom, can we please get this? And she looks down, she smiles that sweet mom smile and says, we'll see.
And that's it. Your heart just plummets.
Right. Because even at 10, you know exactly what that means.
Oh, it means absolutely not. It's no, but with like a 30-minute delay so I don't cause a scene next to the bananas.
Exactly. It's a code every American kid learns. We'll see is not a maybe. It's a no with extra steps. But, and this is what I find so interesting, that phrase, it doesn't go away. It follows you into adulthood.
It really does. It just shape-shifts. It goes from the grocery store to, I don't know, the boardroom.
To dating, to negotiations, and it causes so much confusion for people who take it literally. The dictionary says it's a possibility, but we've got some pretty fascinating stuff here that argues, we'll see, is basically America's favorite soft no.
The soft no. I like that. It sounds so gentle.
It's designed to.
Okay.
But it's also kind of a trap. So for this deep dive, that's our mission. We're going to decode it. We'll look at when a maybe is actually a no, why we're all so terrified of directness, and this is the best part, how to actually get a real answer out of someone.
Okay, I am so ready. Let's do it.
So let's start with the basic anatomy of this thing. Why do we say we'll see instead of just no?
Well, the most obvious reason, going back to the kid in the store, is conflict avoidance. Simple as that. If I say no, the kid might scream right then and there. If I say we'll see, I buy myself at least until we get to the car. It's a peacekeeping mission.
It's buying time without committing. But I think there's something deeper going on psychologically.
Oh, for sure. There's this idea of the ambiguity effect.
The ambiguity effect. Tell me about that.
It's basically that we're wired to avoid clear negative outcomes. But here's the twist. The speaker uses that ambiguity to make themselves feel better. When I say we'll see, I'm taking the emotional weight of saying no, which feels kind of bad.
Yeah, you feel like the villain.
Exactly. And I'm turning it into cognitive load for you. Now you have to deal with the uncertainty.
Oh, that's brilliant and diabolical. So you're not just delaying the no, you're making me carry the weight of it.
I am. I'm leaving this little theoretical door open. Now, I'm already walking away from that door. I have no plan to use it.
But I'm stuck there watching it, just in case.
You are. It's a transfer of emotional labor, really.
That's, wow. When you put it that way, it's actually not that nice.
Not really. It prioritizes the speaker's comfort over the listener's clarity.
Okay, so I'm a numbers guy. If I'm standing there watching that theoretical door, what are my actual chances? What are the odds when I get a we'll see?
Oh, you're not going to like this.
Hit me.
So if someone says, yes, you're at, what, 90% plus? I think so is maybe 50, 60%. A coin toss.
Okay, a coin toss I can live with.
But we'll see. The data we're looking at puts the probability of it actually happening somewhere between 15 and 25%.
15. Wow. Ouch.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
If they add a qualifier, like we'll see how things go, you drop down to maybe 10, 20%. And if you hear the phrase, that's possible.
That sounds hopeful.
It's a dismal 5 to 15%.
Wait, 5%? So that's possible is basically the politest death sentence for an idea.
Statistically, yes. It's the bless your heart of business proposals. We hear the word possible and our brain clings to it, but the odds are just terrible.
So why do we accept this? Why do we even have this system of communication?
Because we're programmed to value what's called social flow more than we value clarity.
And that feels like a very American thing.
Oh, it is. It's all about high context versus low context cultures.
Okay, break that down for me.
So in a low context culture, think Germany, the Netherlands communication is very direct. It's explicit. The meaning is in the words you say.
So a Dutch person would just say, no, I don't want to go to your party.
They'd say, no, that is a bad idea and I won't enjoy it.
And the average American would need therapy after that interaction.
100%. We'd see it as a personal attack.
Nah.
Because the U.S. leans more high context in these situations. The meaning isn't just in the words. It's in the tone, the body language, the air, the no. is implied.
So when I say we'll see, I'm expecting you to read the air and understand my real meaning.
Yes, and if you push me for a direct no, then suddenly you're the one being rude for not getting the hint.
That's wild. It's like we prioritize being nice over being honest.
Or we prioritize preserving hope, even if it's false hope. Let's try it. Invite me to a party you know I don't want to go to.
Okay, easy. Hey, so I'm having a get-together on Saturday. It's going to be super crowded, really loud, and it's way across town. You should come.
Okay, so if I were German, I might say, no, thank you. I don't like crowds and I need my sleep.
And I'd feel a little stunned. I'd think, oh, maybe you don't like me.
Right. So here's the American version. Oh, that sounds fun. We'll see, though. Let me check how I'm feeling this week. It's been kind of a beast.
And see, that feels better to me. You didn't reject me. You rejected your busy week.
I let reality be the villain. It wasn't my choice, you see. It was the universe, my schedule, my energy levels.
Which keeps our friendship totally smooth.
Uh-huh.
But, and this is the big pivot, what happens when we drag that social habit into the workplace? Because a soft no from a friend is one thing. In business, it can cost you money.
Or your career.
Yeah,
This is where that ambiguity effect becomes a tool. Or even a weapon.
a weapon. That sounded a little dramatic.
I don't think so. I mean, think about the classic boss-employee situation. You
Yeah.
go ask for a raise. What's the classic response?
We'll see how the budget looks, or let's see where we are next quarter.
Right. And an employee who takes that at face value thinks, great, they're considering it. I just have to wait.
But you're saying that's not what's happening.
Often, it's what you could call a retention strategy. The goal is to keep you working, happily, for the lowest possible cost. If I just say, no, you're not getting a raise, what do?
I'm updating my resume that afternoon.
Instantly. But if I say, let's revisit this in Q3, I've just bought 3 more months of your hard work based purely on hope. I haven't promised anything. I've just suspended the no.
That is so cynical
Yeah.
and so effective.
Incredibly effective. It keeps the employee motivated to prove they deserve it, even if the decision was a no from the start.
Let's role play this.
Yeah.
I think this is where people get stuck. I'll be the manager, the master of the soft no. You be the employee asking for more money.
Okay, sounds good. So, as we've discussed, I've hit all my performance metrics, and I'd like to talk about a salary adjustment that reflects that.
You know what? You're doing fantastic work. I really, really appreciate it. Let's just see how things go this quarter with the revenue numbers. We're in a bit of a tricky spot right now.
See, that sounds so reasonable. I can't even be mad at that.
I sound like I'm on your side. Right?
Totally. But if I walk out of your office right now, what actually happens?
Nothing. Zero. Unless you force the issue, the default answer is no. I've just gotten you out of my office. You're not mad enough to quit, and I haven't spent a dime.
And that's the danger zone.
Yeah.
In work, ambiguity almost always means low priority.
Right. Low enthusiasm equals low probability.
Precisely. If a client tells you, we'll see how this first project goes, they're not just being careful. They are saying, you are on probation. I do not trust you yet.
So we have to learn to spot them. And we'll see. Isn't alone. It has a whole family.
The maybe family tree. I love this. Okay, who are the relatives?
Okay, first up is the close cousin. Let me think about it.
Yes, translation. I will not be thinking about this for one more second.
Not at all. It means I don't want to say no to your face right now.
I'm so guilty of using this one, especially with, like, salespeople in a store. Let me think about it. It feels so much nicer than, I will never buy this.
It does. Then you've got its sibling. I'll let you know.
The classic conversation ender. That's code for, please stop talking to me now.
It's the don't call us, we'll call you of everyday life. And then there's the trickiest one, the one I think tricks people up the most. I'm not saying no.
See, that feels positive to me. It sounds like there's a real chance.
It sounds like it. But when you really break it down, I'm not saying no is actually a defensive move. It often means I'm not saying yes either, so please back off.
It's incredible how much energy we put into not being clear. And you mentioned this changes by region, right?
Oh, massively. The American South is the absolute master of this. It's an art form.
It really is.
They practice what you might call the polite stretch. It's not just, we'll see. It's, well, we'll just have to see how things work out, won't we?
And then they add a bless your heart under their breath.
Exactly. It's so pleasant you almost forget you've been rejected.
And what about the West Coast?
The West Coast is all about the self-check. You'll hear, we'll see, I need to check in with myself on that.
Which means my vibes are telling me no.
Pretty much. Then you have the Northeast, New York, Boston. They're a bit more direct. They're more likely to just hit you with a probably not.
Which, honestly, is a relief. I'd take a Probably not over a let me check in with my energy any day.
But hang on, let's play devil's advocate against ourselves for a second. Because
Mm,
sometimes people genuinely don't know the answer.
that's true. We can't be this cynical about everything. Sometimes a we'll see is just, we'll see. I actually do need to check the budget or my calendar.
Absolutely. And there are really four main reasons people use the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about conflict avoidance, preserving hope, not wanting to be the bad guy. But number four is just genuine uncertainty.
Okay, so that's the key question. How can you tell the difference? If I'm asking for that raise, how do I know if it's a real consideration or just a polite brush off?
There are signs, there's a checklist, and it all boils down to one word: engagement.
Engagement, okay. What does a genuine maybe look like?
A genuine maybe asks follow-up questions. They get into the logistics. So if I say, we'll see, but then I immediately ask, so what time would that party start? Or would that raise need to take effect this month? That's a great sign.
They're gathering data to make an actual decision.
Yes.
Success.
Or they'll mention specific, concrete obstacles,
Yeah.
not vague ones. I need to check if my sister is visiting that weekend. That's a real thing.
And the signs of a soft no?
The number one sign is the pivot. They change the subject immediately. We'll see. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Ah, the classic misdirection.
It's deadly. Also, vagueness about what would change their mind.
Yeah.
If you ask what would need to happen, and they just say, oh, stuff, or it's all about timing, it's a no.
Okay, so I spotted it, I asked for the raise, I got the we'll see, and now I'm sensing the pivot. I'm stuck. What do I do?
You have to force clarity. You have to break the code.
That sounds confrontational.
It feels that way because it's something called the likability trap.
The likability trap.
It's this fear that if we push for a clear answer, we'll be seen as aggressive or difficult. It's a huge issue, especially for women in business. We often end up trading our own needs just to seem easygoing.
So how do you push back without falling into that trap? Without being a jerk?
There are three main strategies. They go from gentle to a little more direct.
Okay, let's start with gentle. Strategy number one.
Strategy one is ask for specifics.
How do you phrase that?
You just ask, what would need to happen for this to become a yes?
Ooh, that's good. That's not aggressive at all. It's collaborative.
Exactly. It makes them define the terms. If they can say, we need to land the Johnson account, great. Now you have a clear goal. If they can't give you anything concrete, you have your answer. It's a no.
It calls their bluff without being accusatory. I like it.
Okay, strategy two, propose a timeline. This is perfect for the let me think about it crowd.
Because that usually means let me think about it forever.
Right, so you say, I completely understand, just so you know, I need to give them a final number by Friday, so could I get an answer from you by Thursday?
You're creating an external deadline. It forces their hand.
It takes away the option of infinite delay. And now for strategy three, the direct check-in.
Is this the nuclear option?
It's the vulnerable one. You have to be willing to hear no. You say, hey, is this something you're genuinely considering, or is it more of a probably not? It's totally okay if it is. I just need to plan accordingly.
Wow, okay. That takes some courage.
It does. But look at what you're doing. You're giving them permission to be honest without feeling like a villain. You're handing them an easy way out.
And most people, if you give them an out like that, they'll take it. They'll just be relieved and say, yeah, you know what, it's probably not going to work out.
And that stings for a second. But it sets you free.
Freedom from ambiguity is better than false hope.
Always. Okay, so let's fix our earlier role play. I got away with a vague, we'll see.
You did. I was a total victim of the likability trap.
Let's do it again. But this time, you use the strategies. You're the employee. Go.
I'd like to discuss a salary adjustment.
You're doing great work, but let's see how things go this quarter. The budget's a little tight.
I understand the budget concerns. To make sure this doesn't get lost in the shuffle, could we set a specific time to revisit this at the end of the quarter? And, just so I'm clear, what specific metrics would make this a yes?
Whoa! Okay, see?
The whole dynamic just changed.
Yeah. You're not letting me off the hook with vague corporate speak anymore. Now I have to give you a date, and I have to give you a goal. You've just cornered me into being a good manager.
It feels much more powerful.
It is. You've turned a vague we'll see into an actual action plan.
So to wrap this all up, we've talked about how to react when you hear we'll see, but we should probably look in the mirror for a second too.
Oh, absolutely. Because we all do this. If you're listening right now, just be honest. How many times this week did you tell someone, I'll try to make it, when you knew you weren't leaving your couch?
Guilty. I do it constantly just to be nice.
But I think the big takeaway here is that clarity is actually a form of kindness. "We'll see" is a tool to protect your feelings, not theirs.
It saves you from a moment of awkwardness, but it ends up wasting their time or getting their hopes up.
Exactly. So here's the challenge for everyone listening. The next time you're about to say, "we'll see," to your kid, your coworker, a friend inviting you to, I don't know, their improv show,
Ugh, the improv show, the ultimate test.
stop. And just ask yourself, do I really mean no? And if the answer is yes, try being kind by being clear.
So what's the phrase? What do you say instead?
That's probably not going to work for me, but thanks so much for asking. Or even just, "I'm leaning no, so please don't count on me."
Probably not is so underrated. It's honest, but it's gentle. It manages expectations perfectly.
It really does. And on the flip side, if you're the one who hears, "we'll see,"
Don't you dare buy that triple fudge ice cream.
do not buy it. Walk
Yeah.
away. And that's it for this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.
See what you did there? Thanks for listening.